Hello, YouTube subscribers, social media. Listen, welcome to part two, where I am celebrating my birthday, but also doing what I love, my passion, which is pouring. If you are part of my email blog, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You are getting this first. Thank you for being a part of my email blog and being a part of what I'm doing. These last couple of years. I think it's been since 2016 that I've had this email blog. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And to everyone else that's watching. So we talked about life, how to get from reality to routine. And I share with you 5 life lessons that I've learned throughout the years. I'm sharing these because it is my birthday month. And I have learned a lot over these years. And I know I have so much more to learn. And I am in the waiting, tiptoe anticipation. I think because I never know what God's going to do. We never know, right? What God is going to do and when He stretches and grows us, especially when you are thriving in purpose and thriving in the things that God has called you to do. So it's just, I don't know what the Lord has next. Jesus on the main line, but I know what I'm feeling in my shanana. And I feel greatness and it's gonna be big. I don't know. So I'm nervous all at the same time, but I'm just sharing lessons I've learned throughout the years. So grab your pen, piece of paper. Today we're talking about love. When it comes to the power of untying. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Let's grow. My name is Tonya Harden. I'm the founder of Tonya Harden Ministries, and I identify this media definitely after the pandemic. Pastor Tonya Harden. Notifications here on this page. Here comes the dreamer. I'm so glad you're here. So if you know me, you've heard me say this. I got it from an amazing woman. I still believe she's amazing, Carla Arcanian, when she made the statement, I learned how not to cut you off, but I learned to untie. Ugh. That has been something I've said. I got from her. I always give people their credit. Hey, I got it from her. And I was just like, man, I've been saying this for years, since probably about 2017, 18, that, I learned the power of untying. And I am continuing to learn this power of not cutting people off, but untying. So here's the thing. In order to even tell you that, I got to tell you why I allowed that statement to be a part of my life. It's because, man, if you know me, if you knew me, you understood. First of all, let me start here. I told you it's my birthday month, right? And cancers are known, I don't believe in all that, but I almost kind of do a little bit. I don't know, and I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't believe in it, but I do. Anyway, judge me on that later. So they say that cancers, we gonna ride out to you till the wheels fall off because we're loyal people. But we also, when we done. Like it's capiche. Like you cross me wrong, I'm done. That was me. When you cross me wrong, we're done, and you don't even have to worry about me, baby. We'll never be in each other's presence ever again. You don't ever have. Yeah, I was so like that. When you my friend, you my friend. And I was the type of person that if you my friend and you got an issue with somebody, we got an issue with somebody. Yeah, I was a rider. My cousins would tell you, I jump in front of the fight before, whatever. Like you mad at her, we mad at her, just horrible. It wasn't right. No, it wasn't right. I was one of them too. If you was my friend, you was my friend. But if you was my enemy, as Carly B would say, we was enemy forever. We was enemies, like period. If you ain't like me, and if I found out you didn't like me, we were done, like over, capiche. And of course, when I got saved and the Lord, called me to Christ, that was the first thing the Lord had to deal with quick, immediately. Like the first church I joined, I had to go through that. And I wrote about it in my book, Shameless Plug, Church Hurt, but it helped. I had to go through what you had to go through, Tonya. I'm so glad you asked. I had to go through the fact of, you got a problem with people? I'm gonna make it so bad to where you're gonna have a problem with people all the time. Every time you turn left and right, somebody not gonna like you, somebody, because you're looking for validation from people. Come here. The Lord had to strip that from me. And it started pregnant with my baby. I'm wanting to fight at the church. I'm like, Lord, pregnant with my baby. I'm trying to fight my sister friend. Like, God, look, you're gonna have to. Oh, I'm so ashamed. If my sister watching this, she probably laughing right now because I was 7 months pregnant, saved and trying to live for the Lord, and out here trying to fight some folks with them. Had no business twice with one child and then with the other, trying to fight folks, walking up in apartment complexes, taking folks out the just hot mess. Period. Okay, I'm gonna get up there because hot mess. But the Lord had to strip me of this area because I'm gonna teach you how to love like I love. And you're going to learn it. And you're going to learn it quicker than what you think, even though it feels like forever. And it felt like forever because there's some areas that I believe the Lord even have to chastise me in, even in my now. So it was like, you gonna learn to love. And so what I had to do, I had to flip it around and really start the process and the journey of learning to love people even when they, oh, okay, Tonya, you're getting ahead of yourself. So here we go. What are the 5 things that I've learned throughout the years of learning how to untie and not cut people off because you wronged me or you done wrong to me? This is what I learned. Number 1, the first thing that I learned, I had to learn how to love me first. Come here. Because there's going to be times where people are not going to love you. Period. And I don't care how much you try to do to make that person love you, they're not going to love you. And I had to deal with the little girl on the inside of me that didn't feel like she was validated in her own home. And now she's trying to find validation in other people and for people to like her and people to be okay with her. I had to deal with the little girl on the inside of me. It was a journey. And can I still say it's still a journey because we all fall short. It's still a journey that the Lord had to do, even with approval, that everybody was approved by me. I was the type of person that wanted everybody's approval of who I was as an individual. And so when you didn't like me, again, I never forget working at a place and the girl said she didn't like me. That's all she had to say, baby. That's it. Like, I didn't understand why you didn't like me, but I had to learn that little girl was screaming for that attention and that love from other people when really and truly I had to love me first. Come here. Woo, can I talk to you? Had to love me first. I might go live and had to love me first in the first place. So the other thing I realized too is that dealing with that little girl, I remember forget in 2009 when I quit my first church. I believe that's when my journey of learning to love people, period. That's when my journey began and my process began, because in 2009, I quit a church because of people. I quit going to church. I was pregnant, just had my baby, quit going to church, all of that. You probably heard the story before, but this is the thing that I found out, that in the process, being home and learning to love me first, learning to love the one that God created first, I had to learn that. And so when I went back to church, my focus was no longer really on people like that. And I prayed that God would free me from people, not understanding that the journey of being free from people was really about to begin in my life. But I had to learn to love me first. I can say in 2009 is when I really started loving Tonya. Forget being a minister's wife, forget being a pastor's wife, but I started to love Tonya again. 2015, I learned to love me as a leader again. I had to learn to love me as a leader and move out in purpose and not care about what approval from other people and what they think I should do and what I should. Man, if you knew the amount of people would come and tell me what I should do, and like, I had to be me. And I learned that throughout the process. So I learned to love me. The second thing that I learned to do, I learned to love when others didn't love me. Come here. I learned to love others even when they didn't love me. I'm still in that process because as a leader, you can sense and smell when someone has shifted on you. And so when you feel that, I got to love you even when you don't love me. Yeah. Even when you don't love me, I'm going to love you because I know your actions have changed towards me and it is okay. So I'm going to still love you. I love you even because of your personal issues that you may have with me. I still love you. Yeah, I gotta still love people. We gotta still love people when they do not love us. Even when your actions change because of perception. Come here. Because of perception. Even when your actions change because of perception. Even when your actions change because of people's perception of me. Come here. Even when your actions change because of people's perception of me. So what am I telling you? Is that if they have not spent 48 hours with you, they don't know. If they haven't spent 48 hours with you, they don't know you. Period. So you got to learn to love them, even when you don't love me. I also learned as a pastor's wife, just because a member spend 2 hours, 3 hours, a couple hours with me, man, you don't know me. You don't know me. You just know what you see. And if you judge me off that, you judge me wrong. Thank you. And I can sense and sniff when that has switched. You just got to know as an individual when people have switched on you, but you still got to love them. Come here. Love, a word that comes and goes, but few people really know what it means to really love somebody. Oh, love. Listen. Everything else may fade away, but you still got to love. As an individual, you still got to love. Because here's the thing, I'm reminded that God said, I will throw your sins in the sea of forgetfulness. So that means that I got to throw the sins of others into the sea of forgetfulness. And we're going to talk. We're going to talk. All right. So that was the second thing. Third thing I learned is I learned how to love you without debt. I learned how to love without debt. And I'm still learning that. I'm still learning to love without debt. Meaning that I had to learn to love the way that God loved me. Yeah, because I'm a mess and I make mistakes and I mess up and he still loved me. Oh, I'm not going to cry. He still loved me with all of my flaws. He still loved me with all of my mistakes. He still loves me. He loves me with everything in me. And I know that God loves me. So it makes me love others without debt. Like you don't owe me nothing. Even if you never love me back, I still love you. Even if you never love me back, I still love you. Even when I talked about others, he loved me. Come here. Even when I lied on others, he loved me. God still loved me. So I have to learn how to love and not hold what you said against me and not allow it to affect me. You see, I said not allow it. That's the goal. Try not to allow it to affect me. But the fourth thing I learned to love, but I know the power of untie. Here we go. I think this is my last point. Here we go. I learned the power of how to untie. I learned that I don't cut you off like I used to, but I do untie you because it's my way of protection. It's my way of protection from hurt. It's my way of protection from allowing you to give you the opportunity, especially when I know that you're really not out for me to win. Yeah, because I love to see people win. So I'm not going, and what I mean by untie you, that means your access to me probably won't be, we won't be hanging out, not like that. No, because I realize that your intentions for me may not be good. My intentions for you going to be good because I want everybody to win. But when I find out or I feel that your intentions for me are not good and you want to see me fail, I love you, but I untie you. Come here. Come here. I untie because I realize as an individual, I have to protect my heart. Why would we want to be in a room with people that want to hurt us? No, when I see you, I love you. Have no problem with you. This is when I learned that I really, really, I'm proud of myself. I really, really, because I can speak to you in the store knowing what you said about me, knowing what you did, how you did. I can still hug you and love you and keep it moving. That's me. Ugh, I get it. I have no beef. And that's when I can come and say comfortably, I don't have no enemies. Now, somebody may not like me, but I have no enemies because I can walk in a room. There's nobody I can walk up to and not speak to them. If I ever see them in the store, see them in the streets, there's no one that I know that I cannot. Now, they may hate me, but that's okay. You keep it moving because I realize the power of Proverbs 4:23 is above all else, guard your heart, for it is wellspring of life. I don't need anything to hurt my heart. So I'm going to guard my heart. And so how do I do that? How do I get to a point of guarding my heart? Number 5, and I'm done. I protect everything that goes in it. come here. I protect everything that has everything to do with everything and everybody. I protect everything that goes into my heart, because when you get close to my heart, and I know me, so you get close to my heart and I tell you I love you, I mean that. And it's done. My husband been preaching about love. I tell you I love you, it's a done deal. I love you. And ain't nothing gonna change about that. Can't nothing change. My mind, I always say God don't change his mind about people. He don't change his mind. Yeah, I still love you. I can still rebuke you. I can still love on you. I can still put you in your place, whatever. But when I feel like that you got to a point to I love you, but yeah, I'm gonna protect myself. I'm gonna protect what goes in. Number 2, I'm gonna preserve it in the face of difficulties. Every time I see difficulties, if I see a shift in a relationship, I'm going to preserve what we have and appreciate God for how far we came. And I thank you for the time that we spent together. God bless you and all of your endeavors. Thank God for the time. And if God allows that relationship to be revealed, we're going to have a real good conversation, real good, real one-on-one, woman-to-woman, man-to-man conversation. And once we have that and it's understood, man, can't nothing change my heart about you, period. I love you. And ain't nothing going to change that, especially if we had a good old conversation. I'm going to always be available. I'll always be here. You can always call me. You can always reach out to me. Like, no doubt, no problem at all. But we got to have a conversation if something happened that was drastic. Got to. It's a must. Communication. Then number 3, I got to cultivate my atmosphere with healthy communications. I need people around me that's healthy. I got to be connected with people that's healthy. Here's the thing. I don't want you to say untie, and I'm going to untie everybody, because everybody, you're going to have a problem with. Everybody you're going to have some issues with, because everybody is different. But I learned the power of creating an atmosphere of healthy communications, healthy communities, healthy places. I have communities that I'm a part of that is a healthy community. Everybody want to see everybody win. Probably not everybody, but it is what it is. It's a great community. I got to stay connected to people that want to see me win, vice versa. I want to see you win as well, right? Last but not least, but I got to, in order to know how to guard my heart, I got to trust my instincts. My instincts will let me know this ain't real. My instincts will let me know this is going to be a long time. My instinct will let me know, oh, they shifted. My instinct will let me know, oh, they do not respect your voice. Oh, my instinct will know, as long as they're that connected to you, they will never respect you at all. My instinct will let me know that you tolerate me and don't appreciate my gift. That's the instinct. You just got to know your instinct. So how do I untie? I find out how to love me. Then I find out how to love others, even when they don't love me. I also learn how to love without it. You don't owe me nothing. And I also learn how to love and the power of untying. Yeah, that's so important. I ain't gonna cut you out, but yeah, I will untie you. Yeah, and that's just who I am, because I'm going to lastly protect my heart. You got to protect your heart. Listen, I know this was longer than the last one, but I had to go deep with that. You got more questions about that? Reach out to me, man. Talk to me. If you that person, you may feel like that. Call me. You have my number. Yeah, because the close people got my number. Yeah, call me. Here, call me. Let's talk. But most of all, know this, that at the end of the day, love people and keep it moving. But if you were close to someone and there's a disconnect and something that's happened, there needs to be a conversation before you can rebuild, restore, and be refreshed as friendships, as a marriage, as leaders, as church leaders, as pastor to, spiritual mother to daughter. All that got to be talked about. You got to talk. But if it's not important, you do not. Let it be and keep it moving and just untie. All right. Until next time, we talked about so far love. Life, love. I'm going to be talking about marriage next. Don't miss it. Stay blessed, and I'll let you do. Bye-bye.